I never thought of Knock Knock as a home invasion thriller because they're not invaded. He invites them in. You know, this is someone who invites trouble. It's almost like the vampire doesn't just walk into your house. You have to invite them in. And I love the idea of the way people deal with unhappiness in a relationship. I don't love the idea. It's interesting to me the way people deal with unhappiness in a relationship. If you're unhappy, it's going to come out in your behavior somehow. And what you see at the beginning is the facade of happiness. It's someone who's signed up for a life they thought they were supposed to have, which is something I saw. I mean, I'm in my 40s now, and I saw a lot of my friends who were already divorced because they were told, no, you're in your 20s, you meet a girl, you get married, you have kids, and suddenly maybe they weren't ready for that, maybe they didn't want that, maybe they were told that, and their lives kind of fell apart. So I remember when I saw the film Death Game, which Colleen Camp brought to my attention, it really made me think of a lot of my friends and what they were going through. And I started watching with Nicolas Lopez and Guillermo Amoedo, watched Adrian Lyne's Fatal Attraction, certainly Polanski's Death and the Maiden, Hard Candy, and I was thinking about the things we do when they're cheating, when you're in relationships, when you're cheating, when you don't want your girlfriend or wife or husband to find out. Now with social media, anything's possible. Everything's public. There is no privacy anymore. And it's interesting that, you know, a year after we made the movie, the Ashley Madison hack happens, and you see there's 37 million people out there that are paying money to cheat on their spouse. And I'm not judging them or saying they're bad, but something is not working. They're not getting something out of their relationship. Something is missing in their relationship, some kind of thrill. And now it's all public, and all of your sexual fantasies are detailed, and your credit card information, and your email, and you're humiliated. And there's no putting that back in Pandora's box. So
exactly, kind of like that People app that's just come out.
Yeah, I heard about that, where people can rate other people. You know, that
it's like Yelp for people.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
So people are going to do that. I mean, that's where the world is going. People are going to write like everything you've done on a date. Someone's going to put it on an app and post it there. And there's a whole generation that's growing up with that. So someone in their 40s isn't going to think that way, but a teenager or someone in their 20s, that's just the way it is.
Now, how did you arrive at Keanu Reeves for this role? Because it's not his usual fare, but he's so good as the dude in distress.
I know. Well, Keanu is an amazing actor, and he certainly doesn't get enough credit, I think, for his acting. I mean, this is a movie I think he should get the Academy Award for, or nominated. I think what we're seeing now with Keanu is the beginning of the Keanu-sance with John Wick and Knock Knock, and he has so many years of working with amazing directors. It's no accident this guy has been famous since the 80s. I mean, I was in high school when I saw Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. And Keanu came to us through our producer, Cassian Elways, who had done 2 movies with him and thought that Keanu would really like it. And Keanu read it and loved it. He's like, this is like funny games. And he loved the idea of this character who seems like a nice guy and who's unhappy, who does this one thing, who bites the apple and it completely unravels his life. You know, that next morning after he does the deed and he wakes up, he goes in his kitchen and these girls, they're like 2 raccoons in his kitchen and the food's everywhere. And he just wants to get rid of them. But these girls, where they're coming from is that all men are the same, that they've had abuse in their lives, things have happened to them, and that they think that the wedding ring and the photos, that it's all bullshit, it's all just window dressing, that if you show up with a free pizza at 2 in the morning and the guy could get away with taking it with no one knowing, all guys take the pizza.